He's gonna. I know him. That's Berg. These fucking Jews. Hey, should we?
Play action fakes it for passing zone. Yes, touchdown.
Hi, and welcome to Geno's Picks. Well, this Geno's Picks, where after a 1-3 divisional week, we tumbled from our brief flirtation with 500 back down to a dismal 46-48 for 49% against the spread with just 2 weeks left. In fact, for a few glorious hours after the Packers cover, Daddy was actually above 500 at 46-45. And then came the Ravens and Bills, which brings me to my theory of multiple parallel universes. Well, the theory. Certainly not my theory. My theory is more along the lines that after 8 years, my ex would suddenly realize I had my shit together and was not for want. Yeah, that got debunked. The theory that I'm talking about is the one that purports multiple universes exist alongside of this one with slight variations. And if you're watching Geno's Picks in any one of those infinite possibilities, then you saw this TD pass from the Ravens' Lamar Jackson to his tight end Mark Andrews to tie the game at 10-0 late in the third quarter. In this universe, you can only see the 8 and the top of the 9 on his jersey because the Bills' Teron Johnson is in the way. He's about to catch it and run 101 yards to make the score 17-3 and start Geno's Picks on his weekend's not-so-electric slide. You can do it. It's electric. So yeah, here's hoping you're watching in that parallel universe where Geno's Picks is sitting at a 49-45 after a perfect week that also saw Patrick Mahomes' brains remain in the center of his skull and Jared Cook not use as many fingers to secure a football and our cover as Drew Brees' bestie Jacob Blake used to finger fucks his ex's sister. And speaking of fucking things like our bet, maybe in that universe, the president is still Donald Trump instead of a guy whose son may be using the White House to fuck his own niece. How gross is that? I mean, let's not even kid about something that disgusting. I'd never fuck my niece. She's way out of my league. I'd have to settle on one of her dumpy friends, you know, the chubby one with the low self-esteem. I'm kidding again. My niece is too cool to hang out with fatties. But sophomore year is coming, and you know one of them is about to burst and swallow a lot more than her feelings. What were we talking about again? Oh yeah, Geno's Picks, championship week. Let's go. My first pick, and remember, 4 picks, we're doing team totals. The Packers are giving 4 to the Bucs in Green Bay with a total of 51. In a battle of the Bays like no other. The man that everyone believes is the best QB of the season and surefire MVP Aaron Rodgers takes on the man that everyone says who's not wearing a fucking Jets hoodie is the best quarterback of all time in Tom Brady. And I'm going to use the same logic that screwed me last week when I said the Chiefs weren't going to spot the Brown 4 TDs because I didn't realize Chad Henne would come in and pull a Doug Henne and make my cover magically disappear. Still, as I mentioned in the intro, the Bucs should be in a bay about 1,500 miles southeast of Lambeau. They're not going to San Diego. While the Pack battled the Saints, who had last week's divisional playoff all but won until a Cook fumble that will give me nightmares whether I'm in my kitchen or not. The Saints are on their way to a 2-score lead. Remember, did anyone else have the Saints? They're on their way to a 2-score lead late in the third when this inexplicable fucking fumble completely swung the momentum to the Bucs, who scored 17 unanswered points en route to a 30-20 win as the stunned tight end could only watch along with the rest of Nolans in disbelief. Look, I haven't seen a Cook this embarrassed since the Allies broke through the gates at Auschwitz. They were cooking Jews. Now the Bucs travel to a far colder climate against a far more consistent offense that features that features an offense that goes even deeper than Drew Brees' buddy Jacob Blake's finger ever bragged about. Yeah, I'm still pissed fucking 4 months later about that bullshit. Hey, Drew, maybe you can watch the game with Jacob Blake. Either way, it should be a really good time. Yeah, look, you can believe what you want about the Bucs in some of their comebacks, but they only play well from behind when it's handed to them by bad teams or sloppy play, and the Packers are neither. Look for the Packers to win this one going away as the Bucs hit the over in garbage time. And speaking of garbage, that is also about the time the Bucs will realize all they really did was waste a week in Green Bay, when Green Bay was coming to Tampa Bay in a week anyway for Super Bowl 55. Take the Pack, lay the 4, and take the over. My other pick, the Chiefs are giving 1 to the Bills with a total of 54. Wow, if ever Geno's Picks could tell you to bet a game early, and you know this is wrong. You know, it would be this week because I cannot imagine as I sit here Thursday afternoon that this line is only one for no other reason than they believe Patrick Mahomes isn't going to play since his head was turned into pudding last week. Of course, once you realize that these are Patrick Mahomes' parents, his mother is white, and you realize his incredible athletic ability makes him even blacker on the inside, I guess you'd call his brain figgy pudding. The racists get it, which makes zero sense to me, absolutely zero sense to me, given Andy Reid just said on Wednesday, that was yesterday for me, that while Mahomes is still in concussion protocol, he took every snap at practice and he looked good. And regardless of that, I will tell you what did look good the past 2 weeks, the Bills running game. Unfortunately, that's the Bills running game, Josh Allen. Problem is, he looked good at quarterback, which is what he's playing. Unfortunately, fucking the Bills have him basically playing running back as well, and the Ravens saw it, which is why you may have noticed they made it only one offensive TD the entire game, and had Justin Tucker not set his fucking leg to magnetic north, hitting every piece of steel in Orchard Park, his game may have taken it as unpredictable a course as his 2 field goal attempts. Look, sorry Bills Mafia, sorry Lacey, sorry fucking Chad, sorry fucking, who's the guy, Bartholomew stunt double, but this is where I leave you. Let's be honest. I took you to win 2 close games in the past 2 weeks, but actually bet against you in both of them, which proves I've never changed. I tell you I love you every week, and then I go drop money on another bitch when I'm in Vegas. So yeah, I probably wasn't the best boyfriend anyway, BM. I will love you, always, but I'm not sold on the Bills' offense right now. All I'm buying is the fact that Mahomes will not be asked to do as much in this game, and it will stay under 54. Take the Chiefs and the under. Fucking those are Geno's picks. One fucking ep left for season 14's finale.